What's going on? It's your boy Blackout Jones back again with a review of Kaguya-Sama Love is War. Let's get into it. Really quickly, I'm on the road to 100 subs. Currently, I'm at 81, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. It'll really help the channel grow, man. Let's get it. As you guys can see, I'm gonna give you a professional review today. Professional reviews, Blackout Jones. Psych, no, but my day job opened back up, so you know, I'm back in there getting to the bag, you feel me? Don't quit your day job, folks. But anyway, this was one hell of an episode. You know, it just goes to show how much the creator loves his characters. Like I always say, this is one of the best casts in the anime, you know, and it's clear that they love the characters because, first of all, you can tell he really fucks with Ishigami. Ishigami had his own episode, entire episode. You know, there was no love interest, no love plots this episode. There wasn't even an intro this episode. And I love the intro. I look forward to seeing the intro every week because it's so upbeat. It's, you know, on pace. I don't know what they're saying, but the voice is smooth and it's melodic and it's good, man. It sounds good to listen to sonically. So, you know, all that aside, you know, it was all Ishigami. All 3 segments was straight Ishigami, man. And I was told in the comment section that he had a tearjerker of a backstory. You know, I didn't cry, but I see what he was talking about because there was a very tearjerker moment towards the very, very end, which we'll get into. But let's go ahead and get into a review. Hey, man, what's the big idea with all this springtime anime trying to make us cry, man, trying to put us in our feels, bro? The springtime anime has to get out of here. That's more of a wintertime vibe. I need that summer anime that's gonna get me hyped, you know, some fight scenes, some blockbusters, because they tripping right now, bro. They getting me real out of character, bro. But, you know, checking my notes real quick, I'm glad that the Ishigami cheering arc wasn't a lost arc, wasn't a lost plot line. Cause I told you, I'm like, yo, I want to see where this goes. Like my man's joined a cheerleading squad, you know, cause that could have been the end of it, you know. It could have just been a little segment, a little, you know, throwaway. But no, so he really got fleshed out in this episode. You know, as I was watching the episode, I'm like, man, well, in the very beginning, I'm like, man, he's having a blast right now. And I was like, what could possibly go wrong? And the girl we saw from the last episode from the bleachers, I thought he was smiling because he saw her. He might have been. But turns out, you know, the girl never really found out the truth, and she still didn't fuck with him. She still was hating on him and saying horrible, mean things to him. It was crazy. But so before we even get into that, you know, the girl comes up, she says, looks like you're having fun out there, yada, 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 you know, some slick shit out of her mouth. And then we go straight into the flashback, and I was dumb hype. I'm like, great, I can't wait to see this flashback, get a nice little backstory, and find out what's to Ishigami. So, come to find out that, you know, Ishigami was a cool kid, confident kid. He was a quiet kid, though. And Otomo was her name. Otomo was, she was very friendly to him, very nice, very cordial, kept him in good spirits, you know, whatever. She was nice. He didn't have a crush on her or nothing. She was just like very friendly, and he thought that she was a good person. And, you know, now it's one thing, people. If you're nice to somebody, you never know how, if you don't know what that person going through, you don't know what's going on in their life. But if you be nice to them, you know, that can really brighten somebody's day. Like, if you're a nice person, bro, you never know how much that means to somebody, and, you know, it'll be in their head forever. But off of my soapbox, you know, it seems as though Ishigami was on his vigilante time. So he, you know, he does a little bit of snooping around, a little bit of snooping, because, you know, he had, you know, that's his, you know, somebody that he takes stock in, that he actually cared about a little bit because they were nice to him, and he had high moral ethics. And so he saw what he was doing. You know, he saw that he was cheating, that Otomo's boyfriend was cheating on her with somebody else on the side. And he was basically a dogging her out, and all this other stuff. Had like porn of her, or not porn, but nudes of her, or videos, or what have you. And he was, you know, he was holding that on tuck, you know, to try and, like, you know, defame her, you know, really cause her, like, was it school suicide, if Ishigami spilled the beans. But let me tell you, man, Ishigami, he put the motherfucking smackdown on his ass for no reason on, the SmackDown. And, I knew Ishigami had it in him because he said he fought somebody. But I didn't think it would be like that, bro. Like, did y'all hear them sound effects? It was like, wow. It was, listen back to them sound effects, bro. He was really putting in some work on that dude's face. I'm talking all headshots, bro. He was mad that day. I'm surprised the guy could still talk after that ass whooping he took, bro. And nobody got him off of it. They just said, somebody get a teacher. That was nuts, man.
Hey, on everything, if you ever see somebody whooping my ass like that, get that motherfucker off of me, please. God damn. Get him off me with a baseball bat, a motherfucking steel chair. I don't care what it is. Get that motherfucker off of me. He's going to kill me, please. Get him off of me. Don't say get a teacher. Teacher is not coming. By the time the teacher come, I'm gonna be a part of the ground. Help me, please.
And as I was watching the fight scene, I'm like, yo, these stories made him sound like a psycho. I'm wondering where all these narratives came from. I'm like, yo, people really be making up their own shit. But then the dude who was getting beat up, turns out he was the one who made the story of it. And then everybody ran with it. Even Otomo, or whatever the fuck her name was, Otoko, she ran with it also. And, that was the end of his career in middle school. Especially, another soapbox moment. Tough times don't last. Tough people do, bro. Because, some shit can seem like the end of the world right now. But trust me, 5 years from now, you're going to be like, the fuck was that all about? I don't even know those same people anymore. You feel me? That wasn't about nothing. But back to the review. Stories made him sound like a psycho, but his morals were pristine throughout. He could have told it all, because the guy said, if you say what I was doing, her stuff is getting leaked. But my man's got a golden heart, and the reason, he beat the dude up was to protect her. And so basically he'd have beat the dude up for no reason if he leaked the nudes. So he just, that's how much he cared about it. That's how much he cared. Ishigami is a great dude, man, and he has high morals. It's a shame that it took a toll on him for that long, though, man. I was really building up in him. You understand me? So, it was really, he was about to pass out before the race, bro, before Shirogane got there. But let's get into Shirogane, bro. My guy. In this show, Shirogane is a lot of things, man. He's a star pupil, not only for the academy, but for Chika. He's a Casanova. He's a gentleman. He's a Renaissance. He's all above, man. But you can add another thing to the list, man. He's a leader of men. Of course, he's the president of the student council and the school's president. So of course he's a leader. But we see time and time again his leadership qualities. He brought up He brought up Ishigami in this episode. He brought up Miko Ino. Boy, I couldn't remember her name for nothing. But he brought up Miko, a few episodes back, from the dumps. Because he could have, shunned it down. But he brings people up and uplifts them, man. That's the real quality. That's real leadership quality of Shirogane, man. True gentleman. And that was all independent study. And he pulled an olive branch out and asked him to be a part of the student council. And he had his back 110%. Like, the boy might not know some things, but he sure know how to deal with people, man, and how to do the right thing. That's one thing he can do right, bro. He might not know shit about love, bro, but about some friendship or some leadership shit, he got that for sure. Hey, the tearjerker part, of this whole episode was when Ishigami was sniffling in the flashback. He was crying, when Shirogane got done talking to him, and then he started crying on the track. You could have welled up right there, bro. That was a tough one to watch. I'm like, God damn, that's what he was talking about. But here's the thing, though. I knew once he started crying like that, like I'm like, yo, he about to run fast as shit. I'm like, he about to run like Usain Bolt across. That's like, you know, you got them tears of anger and joy and liberation in you. Now you gonna run fast as hell, bro. But you know, he was running fast, but he didn't win the race. Now, had he won the race, it'd have been beautiful. It'd have been great. It'd have been poetic. It'd have been a good scene to watch. But he lost the race. Then everybody picked him up, man. Listen, man, I might have to write me some shit to make y'all cry, man. Cause I can write a little bit, bro. I might have to jump out there and really craft something to just put y'all on big man tears or female tears, whatever y'all got, man. But yo, the end of this show, man, was beautiful. And oh yeah, yo, Okomo is so toxic, bro. She was like, I hope you fall on your face. She said something toxic to him before he started the race, man. I'm like, damn, yo, just relax, bro. If only you knew the half of what this man did for you. But yo, so he lose the race, and instantly the student council and the gang was going to rush and, you know, uplift him. Shirogane said, no, we're gonna let the boy grow. And he formed new bonds with his cheerleading team, and it was cool to watch because, like, you know, I was gonna say this in the previous episode, but it was so much going on between Shirigane's dad and all the dumb shit that was going on, man. I ain't had time to cover it. Plus, I didn't think it was that important, but I'm like, yo, why don't members of the cheerleading team have faces, man? I just don't get it. Are the writers lazy? Is it just not a big enough plot for them? Why do they not have faces? But from Ishigami's point of view, they were like, you know, I ain't gonna try to interpret it, but you know, they was just like empty shells to him. It was just like cogs in the machine. He was just there for the ride. He wasn't really into it yet, so they were just like not people to him. They were people to him, but not like real individuals to him or whatever. He called them normies or whatever. But of course, he sees the student council because those are his guys. That's his gang. That's his squad. But the other guys were just like people he was hanging around. I know they're gonna kill me in the comments for that one, but they're like, no, that's actually not what it was. But no, yeah, man. But when he finally saw their faces, bro, could have cried right there. Sure, some people did, but overall, it was a great episode, man. All Ishigami for the whole 22 minutes, they smoked that joint. Obviously, they care about their characters, bro. I want to say it's a few more backstories that we need to really get into because, you know, they gave us a fake backstory, but we need to see the real backstory, bro, because the Ishigami one was a doozy. Is that everything? Yeah, man, but you know, we saw a big character development with Ishigami today, bro. He let go of the past, so maybe now that let go of the past, maybe he can let love in. Who knows? Maybe he let some love in soon. The sky's the limit for Ishigami at this point. Happy to see it. The man deserves it. The spring anime is full of emotions for some reason. Don't know why. I don't like it. I don't want to feel this way. Overall, great episode. I ain't mad at it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. Stay corona free. Stay sucker free. Have a blessed day. Peace. Lightning review tomorrow. Check that out, man.